The following program is a gaggle of friends talking about happenings in the world. It is meant to be comedic, informative, and not really serious. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or this broadcasting platform. There may be some cuss words, because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are a young person, please seek permission before listening any further. Sincerely, the people of Two Tired Dads. P.S. Don't sue us. Warning. The following program is a gaggle of...
Hey, what's up, man? We got a good podcast going on here today. Hey, what's going on? We got a good podcast going on here today. We got a little bit of wine. Well, you know what? We're taking my nigga away.
I don't know what the fuck you just said. Well, I'm Stacy Buzz. The dude in the back is Devin James. How about yourself? Who are you?
You know what I'm saying? Well, long story short, you know, I just want to do introduce my name. You know, really why it might be. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, how many drugs you gotta do to be able to talk like that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
You don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Like,
I don't know, man. You know, I just think it's like,
dude, Jimmy. This is Jimmy. Everyone wanted to meet Jimmy. We finally got him on the air. I'm a big happy helper.
hey, yeah. Hey, it's funny because I can understand part of what he was saying, right?
Oh, dude, that's Jimmy.
But I'm like, what the? I know who it is. I'm just trying to sit here like, the fuck is going on?
Jimmy, the people want you. Get back on. Get it out, Jimmy. Get it out.
Yeah, vent all your frustrations. What's been going on, man? Tell us how it's been to be beat up by Devin all season.
I ain't gonna be not my Devin. You know, Devin, that ain't me, man. I don't know who that is. That ain't me, though. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me, man.
So who are you, Jimmy? Talk to us.
I'm Jimmy.
Tell the people about yourself, man. Been in the background running production for a minute.
Yeah, I'm Jimmy. I just live in my mom's basement. That's what we're doing. You know, my best friend, his name is Benji. We got a good old podcast set up. What was I talking about?
Hey, Jimmy, you're talking about what's? Hey, can I ask you a question? What you do for fun, Jimmy? Besides drugs?
Drugs? You want drugs? Where are they? They're not back there. Where are
they? Hey,
you
tell
have
Devin
drugs?
since he's subbing it for the production crew. If we got Casey back yet. I know we were bringing Casey on. We were doing a warm introduction.
Nah, I know what you're talking about. I just no.
Well, let's get Devin back on the mic. Let him take control here. Let's get a little introduction. Coming to Jesus moment.
Jimmy's on the mic, though.
Dude, I'm sorry for filling in. I'm trying to get Casey on. Guys, we're episode 40 and we do it live. I guess anything can go. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I want to know, did you watch any of the Democratic convention? Matt, did you watch any of the Republican convention?
Well, I saw Hogan cut a promo.
No, I think it's crazy that you have all these rich people buying, So let me rewind. I think it's crazy that back in like 2000, it was like 300 million that was being spent between both parties to campaign, right? For like president. Now we're over $1 billion for one party. If you can't tell me this isn't Hollywood, What are we living in?
You're right. Because what it comes down to at the end of the day is a bunch of fucking losers who try to paint the tube to be like you and me. But when then the dollar comes to spending, they're cutting their promos with a bunch of slow-mos who you and I both know are cho-pos, and they don't even like to support the po-pos because you and I both know that it's a no-go, especially when we're all just trying to eat the froyo. Fuck all politico.
Can I ask
So
what? Who you voting for?
I'm not,
Why?
because I don't give a fuck. I'm
You
gonna
don't
make
give
it.
a fuck about what your kids have to
It's all
deal with
rigged.
here.
It's all rigged.
So who do you
I'm
think is gonna win?
my passport and American Airlines when they fly all of us to fucking Japan. Let me just will it to
So
go
I guess my question. You don't care who becomes president. You're just leaving the country.
Yeah. But really quick, we got to play John Cena. Or do you want to talk without me for a second? Because I got to get him out of here. Or do you want to
Do you
talk? Or
think?
you talk? I'll leave.
So,
Talk.
well, I mean, I'm just curious, and this goes to the people out there. If anybody's been watching, and we're in a situation that I think we're in the world of poison. I think he's in the right category of, it doesn't matter who we vote for, but as a dad, as a person that's thinking past the 4-year term, what the fuck are we doing as people? And my bad, guys. I'm gonna tell everybody just straight up. We have been unorganized all week. Again, we're trying to transition out Devin. We're trying to get Casey on. He has some really bad internet connection. Going forward, what we're going to be doing is Casey will be shooting with me. We're going to be face to face. We're going to change up the scenery a little bit. We're going to be making some changes, doing a few different things here to make sure that it runs a little bit smoother, a little bit more on time as far as connection wise, because Casey, as you guys know, lives in a rural area. So it's a little bit more difficult for him to establish a secure connection and one that will stay connected. But Devin, as you know, he's going through some things, transitioning with life, getting off social media. He's got friends, family. He's going through a lot, as you know, through the background. So wasn't planning on kind of really doing this solo. I know Casey's trying to get back in, but at the end of the day, we are here to just kind of laugh and joke. But I think as everything's rounding up and we're getting, everybody coming out who's picking the vice presidents, and I think we're at a point in time now where this is a real life right wing, left wing. They're all in the middle though on whatever it wants to be for whoever they're talking to. So we know what we got with Donald Trump. We don't know what we've gotten with Kamala Harris, because at the end of the day, I'm still trying to figure out some of the things she's done as vice president, right? So um, if anybody knows some of the things she's done and wants to, alert me, kind of fill me in, let me know. I'd be more than happy to kind of have that conversation. But what terms, what policies have she pushed, has she implemented since being vice president? We know what she did previous to being vice president. I mean, there's a lot going on. We're trying to get her to debate Donald Trump. I'm waiting on that to happen. I think that's going to be what they call a box office hit here pretty soon. The campaign trail is going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be like two heavyweights fighting in the boxing match. And what's going to happen is you're going to have to pay for your view to be able to watch the campaign trial, because they're taking in hundreds of millions in donations to rent out domes to try to sell people with hip hop music, country music, mixing it up. I mean, it literally was a show. When I was watching them go through the alphabet of, giving out their electoral votes, for Kamala Harris, city to city, or not city to city, state to state, it was a fucking comedy show. They're getting them all hyped up, wanting to yell, scream out to the people. This is, oh, da 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 da. Nah. why are you marketing this like a fucking concert? Like this is so so unprofessional. For the amount of money you're putting in this for DJs on the stand to be able to play music while you try to rally up the people that you're going to fuck in the long run, while you're telling us that you're going to hike the prices on the people that bought your $1.5 million suites to come rally with you, who are secretly writing your bills of power. Y'all need to think about who you want writing those bills. Someone who's loved America since, he got really big, or someone who has done whichever she has to do to get to power. Whether it's say this is right, or this is wrong and it's really right. Some people just sway, some people go one way. I had a conversation with someone online this week. They were trying to sell me on Kamala Harris. And again, I mean, there's Cornel West out there. There's a few other people running. But do your research. Don't believe your TikTok videos of, oh, she did this, she did that. Did she? You can go look at her track record in other states. You can look at the track record of how she's left things. Do you want America left like that? Other side of that, do you want Project 2025? We could be in a situation or a dilemma that at the end of the day, we're fucked. But I don't know. I'm hoping, Devin's back. Devin, if you're back, or Jimmy, if you can, let's get Casey in. I know he's back on. But as far as I think we need to really concern ourselves with, we want right-wing politics, or do we want the world going to shit? Do we want strict as we were before?
Hey, there he
Thank you,
is.
Devin. Thank you. Hey, there's my guy. I was talking about picking between two evils.
I heard you.
Kamala Harris. So it's just, where are you at on it?
Is it Kamala or Kamala?
It's Kamala.
Kamala?
Kamala, like
Okay.
a comma, la,
Kamala.
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 So
I like she has a fun name to say. I might vote for her.
I think that's how a lot of people are thinking right now. Oh, she's black, she's a woman, I'm gonna vote for her. Oh, she's Indian, she's a woman, I'm gonna vote for her. I seen somebody earlier this week that I was talking about arguing with on Facebook. Their argument was they wanted to set history. Now, my argument for anybody out there is history worth setting if it's gonna fuck you in the long run?
Yeah, the history of like getting a bad politician into office to me isn't like a good history. So I don't want to be a part of that history. Uh, However, with the whole I watched a lot of people get asked who would you vote for, and everybody they said that said Kamala, they had okay, what did you like that she did in the last 4 years? And not one of them gave a good answer because there's nothing. So
Nobody
it's like,
has one.
yeah,
Show
and
me a
that
video.
and you said Project 2024. Project
25.
2024, is that what it's called?
25.
2025.
Project 25.
See,
yeah.
that's how much I pay attention to that shit. And I watched JD Vance answer a question of that because some reporter on NBC or something asked him, "Oh, 2025, I read through that and there's some real scary things in that." And he's like, all that is a bunch of ideas by this organization that put together all these ideas. It's up to the president, President Trump, to go through and select the good ones that he wants to use. So that was just a bunch of ideas. It's not a guideline to how there is no guideline how the president's going to be ran. It's like that's for
Who
President
were the
Trump when he
people
gets
that put
office.
that
You know what I
list
mean?
together?
Yeah, it was the whatever organization. There's a name. I don't know. I didn't know I was gonna be talking much about it. Otherwise, I would have pulled
No,
the
you're
clip
fine.
back up. But I can find it. JD Vance. He brought it up. He said it was oh, who cares? But anyways. But
So it's all
yeah, I'm
hypothetical. It's
definitely
not like
voting
a
for Trump.
guarantee. I think anybody who is worried about their financial future should. Watching the Democratic convention, there was a few things that really stuck out to me, right? And because I'm open, right? I want to hear both sides. I want to see who I'm going to put my vote into, right? So I listen, and what struck me the most was when they went around, and I want to say it was Nevada they got to, and the representative that was speaking for them came out and said they were behind Kamala because of they know that she will push gun reform, right? I think that the Second Amendment is something that people should look at. I'm not saying it should be reformed. I'm not saying it shouldn't. I'm saying that for those who look at history, when your guns are taken, there's something that follows after it. Okay.
There
Now,
is no good result. I agree with you 100%. If
so
first they want to take your weapons and they want to take your freedom.
say it again. The difference here, what they're doing backwards right now, is they're taking our freedoms and haven't taken our guns. Because you know why? They have us so brainwashed that it's for us. We do sales for a living. I can hear a salesman selling me a mile away. Okay. The wording you use, how you're implementing it, how you're painting the picture of a better life for me is the moment that I realize you're selling me. These are, in my mind, sales 101 tactics, right? But America, as we know, we do sales. Not everyone knows
Everything's
about
sales.
sales tactics, right? So, or there's people that are naive to it. And right now we're in the position of your vote's going to go to whoever sold, but the presidency is going to go to whoever's going to do what they say. And as you can see through just a few months now, planes going down, Vance's plane going down, emergency landings, attempted assassinations. At this point, they will do anything, excuse me, to push their agenda. And I still want to ask, where is Joe Biden? Can anybody give me an answer?
Yeah,
Have
what
you
happened
seen
to
him?
the Democratic convention? I mean, did he pop up there at all? I didn't even watch any of that shit.
I didn't see if he did or didn't. I'm not going to lie to the people. I do know that I saw a few videos that people said that ain't Joe Biden.
Yeah, I heard all the skeptical conspiracy
Just
theories there.
just face shapes, eye placement. There's certain things that computers can pick up that it kind of says that's not Joe Biden. So where's Joe? I just, I want to know, like they know. Do you know how much craziness would take place if it just automatically Joe Biden was dead? Kamala immediately for the last 3-4 months of this presidency becomes president, implements some crazy fucking bills. This is good. This is good. This is good. Sways the vote, pushes the vote in her favor, right? Just landslide victory over Trump. And you're like, we're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, there's who knows what this
Yeah,
next
that would
chapter entails. It's a soap opera.
I like it. It makes things more fun. I like seeing people get all upset about it.
Hey, so
I just kind of zoom out and look at it from like outside in. Like, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. I mean, good will. I think. I don't know.
prevail.
I shouldn't think of it as good and evil. Yeah, good shall prevail.
I mean, if you think of it that way, it has to fall back to some religious point of view of good or evil will prevail, because in reality, we've all watched horror movies, we've all watched scary movies, we've all watched superhero movies. It's always some unrealistic shit that saves the good. So it has to be God.
Yeah, but then
God has to step in because we're fucked.
Then I'll watch the Truman Show, and then all of a sudden I'll start thinking like, maybe this is all a setup, and I'm the fucking experiment. No, you have no idea, dude. My brain plays tricks on me sometimes. I mean, sometimes things will seem so coincidental. It's like the universe is talking to me, or is the dome talking to me? It's like, and sometimes when no one's looking, I'll even look up and point and be like, "You almost got me. I know you're up there. That's funny." I swear to God, I've seen the same
Whoever's
person's face
controlling
throughout my
this
whole life in
simulation.
different characters.
Hey, whoever's controlling this simulation, you motherfucker, you almost got me. Hey, I know that I need them to control that
That's what
simulation.
my wife's been on it. I I think Paula's in on it. I know she's not listening to the show right now, and hope she's not in the other room. I think she's outside, but sometimes I think she might be a plant. Have you ever, you've seen fucking what's that Arnold Schwarzenegger one?
Which one? There's a racer.
The
There's
one,
a.
nah, the one where he like, get Cohagen, give them the air. You know that one? The one with the one with the midget with the three boobs. Remember that one?
I don't. I ain't gonna lie to
No,
you.
come on.
I'm so
Total Recall. Total
dumb.
Recall.
Okay. Yes, I do know Total Recall.
Oh man, where was I going with this?
But-
Oh yeah. Yeah, like his wife was staged in it. Remember Sharon Stone? Not Sharon Stone, but the other hot chick that played her girlfriend in Sliver. She was in it, but she was like I'm waiting for Paula one day to be like, "Oh shit, he's onto us," and she starts doing martial arts trying to kill me. Like I'm onto him, So I keep
Some Mr. and Mrs.
I
Smith
keep
shit.
loving her. I know, but till then, she's a really good companion. I'm gonna keep her around. I'll be sad if that's the truth.
I'll be devastated.
I love you, baby, for listening. Oh, speaking of hot chicks, not to switch the subject, but because we can talk about more politics, because Kamala's a fucking idiot. Trump is fucking awesome. All the rappers like him. I think everybody's gonna vote for him, so we can stop talking about him. Dude, you like pickle? You never had pickled eggs, right?
No. Never had pickled eggs.
No,
No.
dude. I am holding in my hand right now, and if you're on YouTube, you can see this. This here is 2-week-old pickled eggs, and 2 weeks is how long you're supposed to wait before you pop the top. So I'm gonna pop the top. This is the first time. Ready? You're gonna hear it. It's gonna go.
My favorite sound.
Oh, it didn't really make it. Oh, it smells like. Have you ever like had your nose right next to somebody's butthole when they farted? Like right next to it.
No.
Well,
No.
if you ever
No,
get the
I
chance,
ain't
I would
never done no
imagine,
shit like that. What the fuck?
even if it was like on an accident. Well, I hope
Oh,
hopefully it's, not,
shit.
it's an accident. If you're like,
Hey, my face, I'm just like, I was stuck. Like, how do you end up in these situations?
That is a good pickled egg. And speaking of which, Devin Anderson, that one guy we know.
Yeah.
Hey, the
That's how
very
y'all
first
met.
time I met him, yeah, it was over pickled eggs. I think I brought this up in the past. But he was like, "Hey man, you like pickled eggs?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm gonna bring you some pickled eggs," and he brought it to me, and they were horrible. Worst pickled eggs I've ever had. But when I made these, I was like, "Oh my god, these are delicious." So I don't know where I was going with
Did
the
you
story
take
other
'em any?
than, "Hey Devin, your pickled eggs suck." I'm gonna bring you some to the office tomorrow though, and you can try them.
Hey, what's crazy? You can pickle anything, and this is something that me and you were kind of bouncing back and forth as going into as we kind of segue into, Devin going on to greater things and, making a difference that needs to be made. Honestly, we are getting to a point that we were talking about some things for us, and I think something that I want to do is get a poll going every week of something to pickle and for us to try. Now, obviously, we'll have limits. We can be like, fuck that, we're not eating that. So we won't put anything crazy on there. But, if we want to pickle some, Scotch bonnets or pickle some eggs, I think that would be, who knows what might turn out good, what might be cool. And I know that that's something we both enjoy is cooking. So I think
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
I'd be interested in pickling some really strange things. I mean, I'm really willing to go out there.
Pickled asparagus is good.
I was thinking like pickled testicles or something.
Oh, you want to do Rocky Mountain oysters?
Exactly. So I'm not going to get weird with it. I'm being serious. I want some
We can work
delicious
our way
balls.
to there. Hey, so that'll be the thing when we hit a certain amount of subscribers or viewers that we'll eat that item. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll get there and we'll be like, all right, we made it here. Now we got to go to the next level. Like, I'll be about it on that level. But let's work our way there. I got to get used to. I'm not a huge pickle guy, so if you know anything, I do not do pickles really. Bread and butter, cool. I have very few dill pickles I fuck with. But I did tell you I did the Cajun eggs, so we'll have to come up with different things that maybe we'll try on the show, do different things. The recipe of the week we seen online and we want to try it for the people or whatever. I know that, you in the chicken coop, I'm gonna be buying a bunch of eggs, so I'll be coming up with egg recipes. So, but no, as far as what's new with you, man, it's been a while. Last time we saw you, you were dying on camera. I'm glad to see you're still alive, still alive, baby. But
I'm still alive, baby. I put that as my slogan on here, still alive, baby. Because honestly, I'll be what, 45, no, 44. I don't even know how fucking old I am. I was born in 79. You do the math. In December. So I have a lot of friends that like I used to work with and stuff, like Chris Lowry, perfect example. Work with him with Charter, funny dude. We talk every day on the Nextels. Every time a Nelly song came on, like "Give Me Two Per," we'd be like, "Dude, put on 107.7," and we'd be just jamming out in our Charter vans together. Close friend. One day, watching the news early in the morning, getting ready for Charter, Chris Lowry dies in Lake Tishomingo, drowns. I was like, holy shit, I was just talking to this dude yesterday. He's dead. That's just one example. Fill in the person you know there and just put yourself in that situation. What were you doing, or what was he doing the day before? Was he appreciating life? Was he worried about bills? Was he fighting with his wife or one of his kids? Was he fighting a problem he might be having with drinking or something? Enter yourself there. If you died tomorrow unexpectedly for whatever reason, or if you know your death is coming because you just kind of feel it, how are you going to go out? Are you going to go out doing what you're doing right now, or are you going to fill in those gaps before you do, or die trying to make your life worth, living? Because I mean, too many people I see these days, all I hear is them talking about the grind, making money month to month. Blah, I'm working this. Oh, blah, blah, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to get this. And then one day it's all over for them. And it's like, did they really fulfill
yeah,
what they're looking for?
did they
And
live?
I'm just saying, as somebody who feels like they're on their second half, and I'm doing it the right way now because my first half was definitely the wrong way. I can honestly say that I am happy right now. I told you, to even being on this show and obligating myself to this is taking me minutes away from my wife, and my wife is my everything. If I can quit my job and spend beginning morning to night with her and in the yard with our chickens, that would be my perfect everything. So the fact I'm taking time away from her to tell you guys how I feel about this, thinking this will give you that little nudge you need, I hope you appreciate it, because I'm speaking from the heart right now. Because I
I know you are.
we're all gonna die, right?
Yeah, that's facts there.
Yeah. So
But
what are you working on right now? Like what's your next thing that you're kind of smiling over, that you want to succeed in life, that you're kind of doing right now? Honestly.
man, it's funny because you say this, and my therapist. Now you're gonna make me all emotional, goddamn Casey. Me and my therapist were just talking about this. What do you do for you, right? Like, what is something you take the time just to do for you? And it's like, it's sad when you sit there and say video games and you're overweight, but at the same point, it's like, man, I just like to shut my brain off, right? Because I'm at a point where I got a 5-year-old who's just as loud as the one that birthed them. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, man, I just get a
Yeah.
minute. Like, Asia sounds like a goddamn customer 90% of the time. It's like, man, I don't leave work to do sales again. It's like things are supposed to flow a little
Objections.
bit smoother. So for me, it's just I want to find my hobby. Like real shit. My hobby used to be things that I can't enjoy right now due to circumstances. So it's trying to find that other hobby that, I used to love billiards, or I used to love bowling. Like I used to love things that had like a clack, when you break the balls and then it requires focus and precision. I like shit like that, that you got to line it up. And it's finding that niche, right? And it's some things I don't want to do because when I did them with like my dad, you know what I'm saying? And it just certain things I'm just not there yet emotionally, which sounds like a bitch because it's just real shit you just don't want to face, right? But I'm at a point now where what I'm trying to do is find what I want to do, which sounds crazy. So it's just finding different shit. Like exercise is fun when you have somebody you enjoy doing it with, right? For you, you enjoy doing it
Hmm.
solo. me, the competitive in me is I like having a person my size, being realistic, and I'm gonna be honest, that we work out together, we see achievements together, but at the end of the day, we're trying to secretly beat each other. We're trying to be better. You know what I mean? And it's when you do it with somebody that's already active, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different because then that competitive edge kind of goes away because you're like, fuck, you're already there. But exercising in different ways, right? So I want to try like a spin class. I want to try different shit there, different hobbies of different exercises. Find the one. I've always wanted to do rowing, right? Like I've always wanted to buy a really nice row machine. So that's the hobby I'm looking at. But I know you're getting a kind of a refresh feed. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to doing if you can hear me? Give them a couple seconds. Oh yeah. So, but now as far as for dads out there, I think that moms too, if you're listening, kind of segue into a mental health and having that moment for you. I know there's a lot of moms, Asia included. You got to have that minute for you, whether it be that moment you go get your nails done, whether it be that moment that you just sit in the shower and enjoy your shower, your bath, whatever it may be, reading a book. You know what I mean? But or it could be, go on a ride in a horse, be a cowboy. Fucking, you could be into. Everybody's into something. I know me. I'm into interior design, so it's like right now it don't look good because the black couch, but that's because I don't want to put in anything else in here. But find your hobby, man, because there's too many people, like Casey was saying, we work. We make this kind of money, whether it be 30,000, whether it be 100,000, whether it be $500,000, whether it be $1 million. We all live within our means. Find your hobby in that means. Some people like darts, some people like pool, some people like, archery. Casey's really big into archery right now. Find your niche. Enjoy it. Because we're here for a short amount of time. I've watched both of my parents pass, and I can say both of them. My mom, I think, did majority of the things she wanted to do, but there's extra things that I can think of both of them saying, I wish I would have did this instead of worrying about it. There's never a perfect time, never a moment that you can say this is ideal. Jump out on the edge, on the ledge, whatever you want to say. Go for it. As far as it's kind of like when you talk about guys and dating, just go for it. With your happiness, man, you control it. Go for it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to sit back and think that you delayed your happiness and hope. If they want to see you happy, they're going to go with it. They're going to work with you. But Devin, if you're there, hop on with me. Jimmy, if you can run us back a little bit. I know that we got a lot going on. And again, Casey's connection isn't always the greatest, but we're going to get that worked out. I will say, as far as the people out there, we do want some ideas going forward. The pickling idea, definitely shoot us some ideas in the messages. As far as I know, me and Casey I'm going to be at his house for certain events, certain things. But definitely, one second, I apologize, y'all. Trying to make it to where we're more interactive, more likely to have fans going. We've seen a few things we want to implement. We might have some changes coming, which we'll definitely keep you in the loop on. Nothing too big, nothing too serious. We just want to make sure that everything runs smooth going forward. There's no connection issues as you see. There's making sure that we have everything timed right. This week we're getting towards the end of the month. Anybody who works in our field knows that the end of the month in sales is always the big time. So you got to kind of focus in, hone in. That's kind of where we're all at right now. So thank you for being patient with us. But I think some of the other things we got to worry about out here is what our kids are being introduced to. And I think one of those things that actually, hold on, we got a message from Casey. I'm gonna play it again for the camera. This is a bullshit country living bullshit. So again, it's just connection. When you live too far off the grid, they want to be able to control what you can and can't see. But I do want to say, um, I'm excited for 2030 and some of the shit that's coming there because we all forgot about that one world order bullshit agenda, all that. We're gonna see what comes of it. I think that just getting into some of the things that me and Devin had planned, we're still gonna do the magnet fishing, just so people know. That's one thing I know me and Casey are gonna continue to do. We're gonna try and have Devin on for that. Um, we're probably not gonna do the sending the camera to space because we don't have an open field enough that we can track it. And then we just want some ideas going forward. We're going to kind of transition. We're going to be talking about a lot of dad things. Obviously, with the school year starting, I'm going to have dad stories. I know that my son loves school, so I can't wait to share some of the stories with you. We're also going to have just kind of real life stuff going on. I know me and Casey are kind of talking about some of the things we want to implement and kind of educating a lot of men out there, younger dads that don't know certain things. I know that Casey was talking about doing a camp, which I think will be fun. I know he just got an incubator and he's about to be producing chickens. So, for those of you now that the chicken coop ban is up and need chickens, reach out to Casey. He'll be open. We're trying to get his social medias up and going. But Devin, I know he's got his chicken coop coming. Who knows what might be coming? He might be breeding some exotic birds, you know. So, as far as I'm excited to see where we're going to be going, we're again getting everything kind of smoothed out, implemented, making sure everything's running good. But Devin, if you're there, I know you said he was going to be on in a second. We're going to take just a brief intermission really quick, get things worked out. Just have you enjoy a short song. I'm trying to get everything lined up for you. But again, sorry for the delay. Sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the brief. I wasn't expecting to be here solo or I'd have a little bit more topics. I know we were talking about a few things, but I want to make sure Casey's on so we can kind of run them together, run the ideas by you. Obviously, when I have Devin on, have him say a few things that he's feeling, where we want to be at, because we definitely want to keep him on as a guest star. We're going to have more skits coming out on our TikTok, so follow us on Two Tired Dads on TikTok. We're definitely going to have that rolling. But as far as, well, my bad. I'm just getting an update from Casey, but I know that follow us on Two Tired Dads TikTok. Follow Casey's Falkengrin. I want to say, matter of fact, I'm going to give you the proper name for his YouTube channel because I know we're going to be doing a lot more posting of content, just kind of humorous, some serious, some real life content, just to make sure that, you know, kind of share the word of what we know, kind of pump it, make sure that people know. Give me 1 second. Trying to find it. Normally he pops right up, and of course, right when I need to find him. There he is. Right. Yeah, Casey Falkengrin. Just follow him on there. Not gonna spell it out for you guys, but Casey is with the E, just for the record, makes it easier for you. But we're gonna be looking to make a little bit more funny content, daily content, daily motivation. I'm gonna start my weight loss journey a little bit more serious. I know Casey will enjoy that because I'm gonna kind of post where we're going. I know that we want to get more active, more fit. We're going into wintertime, so I'm sure we'll be posting recipes. It'll be fun to kind of see how Casey handles the farm life going through the winter. Summer's always busy. Winter's always another one. It's a whole nother world. But I know he's got it down, and I can't wait to be eating farm fresh eggs again. So those who need them, definitely reach out. He's got a lot of content on YouTube. Again, we're trying to get back active on TikTok. It was down for a minute. Not even down. It's just we didn't have a lot of content or things to post. We're trying to get a cartoonist still, someone who can either draw up a cartoon or animate a cartoon for us. I know we have a friend that we're trying to get involved on that. If we can get that going, or if you know anyone, let us know. We want to be able to, cartoon some things, have things posted. We're going to be doing, kind of skits over what my son's saying, going through kindergarten, what the teacher's saying, skits with the chickens. I know there's some crazy shit going on that farm. I know that Casey's got some awesome footage. I know this because I see him every day. I look forward to laughs. I look forward to jokes. I look forward to reality. I look forward to getting to a point that, we're all a family here. If, tears are shed, tears are shed. But we're at a point that we need to let men know that there is a place to talk. We want to be that place, but also know that you might be called a bitch. You might be called a pussy. You know, like it's, you know, we're gonna keep it real with you. We're not the ones that sugarcoat it and say, oh, you know, it should have been this. No, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Accountability is a big thing. You're gonna take it. Now, on the other hand of that is we'll also tell you if they're tripping. But do know Casey does not bite his tongue. I seem a lot more chill. I'm just gonna give you the real answer. Casey's gonna make you feel the answer. So, you know, let's all be careful what questions you want him to answer because he will tell you directly, and I encourage him to tell you exactly how he feels. So it should be fun going forward. Just straight up honesty, straight up truth, just keeping it real. Some stories from the past, stories from whatever will come, and maybe who knows, start getting things in order. Start, you know, doing meet and greets, meeting people. You know, obviously getting out there, seeing people, get our name out there. But the goal is get a bunch of dads together, get a bunch of people that want to survive when the apocalypse ends, and at the end of the day, we know we can provide for ourselves. We know that we're here at the end of the day to provide for our family. We don't want, you know, crazy Joe Bob Bill out here that wants to, you know, rent a chicken and fuck a chicken, as Casey said earlier. But, you know, Casey wants to sell chickens, and we want to make sure we've got good guys on the team that want to provide for their families. So I appreciate you, Casey. Can't wait to do some fun stuff. Gonna get weird. It's not, I don't even think it's gonna get weird, man. I think we're gonna have fun. And at the end of the day, this is the question you asked. This is my outlet, right? This is what I'm trying to get going. I want us to have fun, joke, laugh, have some serious moments. There will be times me and Casey will disagree on subjects. There will be times we agree on subjects. There will be times that I'll play devil's advocate. Casey will play devil's advocate. There's just, everybody has a different point of view. We don't care about your fucking feelings. We care about the facts. We care about our feelings, but we don't expect you to give a fuck about our feelings. But we're going to talk about it. We'll be in the same room next week, face to face, so you can, you know, get that good content. But as far as, we want you to know, we give a fuck about the future. And everybody should be in the same thought process of what is the best for the future. I don't know what's best. I'm not, you know, God. You don't know what's best, but we could all brainstorm ideas. And some of these things we can get going, from community gardens to, you know, produce exchange. There are people with cows that don't have chickens, people with pigs that don't have cows. There's things that we can get going, kind of make it a community for all of us to kind of make it work. We want the female input. We also want the men input. You know, if you're going to tell us that, you know, we shouldn't eat meat, just save the comment for yourself. We don't give a fuck. If you're going to tell us, you know, you know, what, well, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, that's great. We're not going to tell you what's best for your household, but it doesn't mean that it has to be implemented in ours. We're just two men that love our lives, love where we're at, love what we're doing. We want to share it with others, give ideas to others. We got the country version. We got the people that, you know, are just all over the map. One of those people. I do the country life, the city life. It doesn't really matter, but we are inviting all content. And again, as Casey just posted, be warned of the response. We're disclaiming it now, because we're here to have fun. We're here to be real. We're here to joke. There'll be times we'll pull Reddit threads and joke about Reddit threads and shit that's going on in the world, because what would you do if some shit happens? You know, and we want to have satirical, you know, jokes as well, just as well as serious, because I'm one of those people that I'll sit in a room and I'll start thinking, man, what happened if, you know, 1 million crickets just came in here? What would I do to fight them off? Right. So these are things that I wonder if other men think about, the random crazy shit that could go on. So I look forward to where we're going to be getting to, what we're going to be doing. Casey's waiting in line to try and get on, but we're having some technical difficulties. Casey, we should go to the store and buy thousands of crickets and play that out. And that's a waste of money, because look, unless it's a surprise thing, right? Like you're sitting in a room and all of a sudden it just starts flooding with fucking crickets. What the fuck would you do? You're going to try to stomp them all. You're going to try and kill them all. But did you get them all? Did you? You know, and that there's a million things that can go on. And I think there's a lot of people that, he's back. Hey, there we go. But,
what up, dude?
but have you ever thought about that shit? And you'll start eating them. But have you ever
Dude,
thought about
all
a
the
crazy
time, like,
scenario?
hey, all the time. Actually, Paula laughs at me because I'll be like standing there in the kitchen. We'll be doing something like making dinner, and like out of nowhere, for no reason, I'll just like drop down, throw my hand up like I'm like blocking something from hitting me. And she asked me a long time ago, "Was like, why do you do that?" I was like, "Because you never know when you're gonna have to do it. I'm just making sure I can still do it."
Hey, real shit. Hey, you
Yeah,
never know.
yeah.
It's a don't shoot or it's the roof is caving in. I don't know which one, but it's happening.
I don't want to find out when it matters. I want to practice this shit.
Hey, real
Oh no,
shit.
there's a gunman that came in. He busts through the door. Defend yourself. Oh shit, he's 3 feet. Now defend yourself. Punch down.
Hey,
Yeah,
punch
gotta
down.
practice
Hey, kick
it.
up,
Not with your
nigga. Kick
words.
up. That would be my mental. I ain't punching down. I'm kicking straight out. Like,
Let's be honest. If it was a little person, you just stomp on him. Speaking of, so you can actually fight them the same way as you fight crickets.
exactly. Get the fuck
Man,
off.
man,
That's awesome.
I'm so glad we have 7 listeners and not one of them's a little person.
Hey, real shit. Hey, we're gonna change that because we're gonna get
Oh
I
my
have a
god,
feeling we're gonna get this
that's
jumping.
yeah. It is, man. I can't wait to do some fun shit. And yeah, yeah, we need to get out there and do some stuff like that. Magnet fishing, dude. The more I think about that, the more I almost click buy on Amazon. I know it's only like $10, but I'm procrastinating actually buying the thing. Because it's
Until
like
we
I
know
get
we're
this
gonna
chicken
do it.
thing going.
Yeah,
I
I'll
know.
buy
Once
it.
we know we're
Like
gonna
we're
do
gonna
it.
get this going. Like when I say we're gonna make it happen, that's when we're doing. I think that'll be
Hey,
fun.
check.
There's all types of places we can do it.
And you touched base on this, so let me elaborate and chime in if you think this is a good idea. Just jump on YouTube and put it in the comments if you think this is a good idea or with any advice. Because I thought of this idea today. I'm gonna start making these chickens, these hens to sell to people. I'm gonna come across roosters, that I have no use for, and I'm not just gonna kill a rooster to kill a rooster. You can't just eat them all, so I gotta find something to do with these things. So I'm gonna start a camp where you bring your kid or your kids with a camp with camping gear, and for the night you can stay the night. So as soon as you get there the morning of, like while your feet are still on those yellow fucking footprints, like showing up at boot camp, you're gonna pick out your rooster, unknowing why. The kid's gonna pick out the rooster, probably pick out the prettiest one. That's gonna pick out the biggest one. This one has the prettiest feathers, whatever. And then they're all gonna pick their. Then they're all gonna. You know where this is going, but they're all gonna pick their own metal funnel. And let me explain. They're all gonna hammer the funnel to the barn wall. Okay, you hammer the funnel, and then you put the rooster in head down to where the head comes out the bottom of the funnel. Every kid is issued a very, very sharp knife. It is important to have a sharp knife because I've done it before with
I
a
thought
dull
they were
knife,
gonna.
and
I thought
sometimes
they were gonna pick their weapon.
no, that's next level shit. That's like camping for like teenagers.
Teenagers.
Okay? Yeah. For kids, we'll give them miniature swords, but if they come back when they're older and they want to do it with their bare hands, or they want to do it with like a fucking M4A1 service rifle, then they probably have problems. But we're gonna give them that option.
We're gonna give them
But
that.
in a nutshell, by the end of the night, they're gonna have to kill, defeather, prep a rooster, barbecue it, and then enjoy it. And I guarantee you, whether they end doing it with tears or with joy or whatever, they will respect every single time they take a bite of chicken. And when it comes time to throw away the food on their plate and everything, they might show a little compassion and not waste their shit. I'm just saying. It's some new age learning shit that I'm thinking of. You know
Is
what I
it?
mean?
Is it new age or is it old school?
It's old age. I think it's bringing back an old name, dude. This is Ernest coming back from the dead. You know, this is what they did caveman days, and it just so happens I've been taking up Boeing, Oh,
Archery.
sorry, I'm pretty high. Okay, no archery. With Matt Little, and Matt Little, dude. If anybody knows that name, you know the best hunter in the world. That dude hit like a tennis ball from like 100 yards with with a recurve bow. He's retarded. And I'm sorry if you get offended at that word, but
Yep.
he's fucking retarded. But
which is
but yeah, you have a bow.
good.
You have a
You're saying
longbow.
it is a good thing. Yeah, I have a longbow. But I'm saying even then, that's a compliment word we're using it here. This is like crazy good. The skill level to be able to do that
Yeah,
with
thanks.
with a bow is retarded. Like you are crazy good. If you've never shot a bow, if you've never used a bow, you don't know how hard it is to sight a bow. I think back to the old school times where you got Indians on Native Americans on horseback and they're just riding and you know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
shit. You know that you got to think they're pulling 3 at a time. You know what I mean? And they're remembering form. Wow. You know what I mean? Like
Imagine something you're really good at. Like I'm not really good at shooting bows, so I'm not gonna use that for an example. I'm gonna use ping pong for an example for me.
okay.
Okay, because I consider myself a loud ping pong player. I say loud like it's a form of weed, but it's like my buddies and I, we get in some rallies where it's like instincts take over. The ball's coming at this velocity. You can just close your eyes, reach your hand out, and you're fucking hitting it back.
Mhm.
Can you imagine doing that with an arrow? Can you imagine pulling an arrow out of your fucking thing in your back, throwing it on the fucking string, just flinging it back and hitting something 50 yards away like on instinct?
Like
That
you
is a
just know it's
survival
gonna hit.
skill. Yeah. That's something you can teach yourself to do that and you can be set for life. It's like learning how to fish but like on crack. You know what I mean?
No, and you can use that skill to fish.
Yeah.
People bow fish
Hopefully
all
not
the
on
time.
crack.
Yeah, hopefully not, but we pray not. And if you are, seek help. You know, but
Hey,
bow fishing, you can definitely get down with. That would be fun to do.
yeah,
I would
actually
be down.
I went to Bass Pro last weekend and they have a lot of arrows and shit for like bow fishing and I was like, dude, I, I had to walk out of that store. I bought like some $5 targets because I was broke, and I was like, I can't stay in here any longer. But
No,
we
it's
need to do
real.
some shit like that, some like fishing. Yeah,
Fuck yeah, that would be the shit. Like I couldn't imagine as far as bow fishing. I actually remember there's a place out here off 94 that when it floods, it'll kind of go down into a patch, and a lot of people will go out there and bow fish because the fish will get trapped in there. I'm like, man, it's one thing to be able to just free fire and hit something. It's another to have the skill set of. I focused in on that being and took it out, and I mean, you know what I think I'm really good at. I mean, we've done it together, and I like to think I'm pretty damn good. You
masturbate.
know. You're a fucking fool. But as
I'm
far
just-
as it's, I when I think about it, I mean, there's,
think about it all the time.
but I'm saying as far I think you would agree, I'm pretty dead on normally. I'm pretty good, and that's something I enjoy. And I will say that uh, I like to think that it's pretty much that same situation for me as it would be with a bow for a lot of people that are skilled with a bow. But I would love to get that skill set with a bow. It's just I ain't gonna lie, man. I get
I don't know. It's just
irritated.
it's just little things like that that are like cheap and free, and it's just it's an art and fun. I don't know. I didn't know I would like that shit until I got sober and I quit drinking because you didn't know me back in my drunken days, back when I was drinking a bottle a fucking night. I didn't have time to pick up hobbies because I was too busy getting drunk because that was what I was best at. But if you want to pick up something new, you're gonna have to drop something that's bad. So start weeding out those things that aren't benefiting you. You know, whether it be the playing the little jewel games on your phone or fucking PlayStation with the boys. Yeah, that's fun. I used to do it. But can you think of any accomplishment that you did online that people are gonna brag about after you die? Are they gonna
I
tell
can't.
stories about that 13 kill streak that you got that one time and that really made them think about their life and think they're it just it's all such meaningless bullshit, you know what I mean?
I mean, you did talk about somebody coming in and putting in a 13 kill streak. I mean, you remembered them. So I mean, I don't know. It's will
I
you talk
use that
about it
as
after
an
death?
example.
I'm just saying.
That's how I got that's how I got the kid into my apartment and I got on his page.
Oh my God, he's joking. For the record, God damn, Casey died.
Actually, in a way that's completely true, but there's nothing gay about it because he was a
Oh shit. Oh, went into darkness on that. Like that was
I'm not even gonna get
crazy.
or y'all enter a touching story here, not that kind of touching. You know what I mean?
I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. Oh god, I can't
Dude.
wait.
I need to get on your internet, dude. My internet sucks. I need to get on your internet. I apologize,
Hey,
Jimmy,
it's
for
gonna
the shit.
be fun.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be
Mm.
fun as fuck.
I think, hey, dude, I'm a lyricologist, and I know some hip hop beats. I think we could put something together.
Is it because I'm black? I can rap.
No, I'll do all the rapping. You gotta put the beat down.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do the rapping. You got that all wrong. See, I'm just
Yeah.
fucking hey, look, he was like, no, that had nothing to do with it at all.
No, I'm gonna fund it.
Hey,
Wait a
hey.
sec. Oh, I'm talking to Mr. Bonds. Never mind.
we doing the album next album coming out. Hey, I believe honestly though,
got
you can
plans.
put some bars out. Yeah, you got
Hey,
plans.
you should hear me in the shower. I'm gonna send you the feed tonight. I'm gonna send you the
No,
feed.
did he?
I'm like in the shower like say it with your chest. It's hot out
live
here
stream
for a
it to
pimp.
Instagram. Hey, we gonna have you on Instagram one day live singing in the shower. Fucking 1,000 viewers. That shit'll be hella funny. Oh shit.
Fucking unicorn hair with soap. Trying to get the money for the rent.
Literally.
No, I get the money for the mortgage. You want to know who gets the money for the rent? People who vote for Kamala because they don't own their shit.
Hey.
Hey, that's the truth. You give me one person. You give me one person at the Kamala voter polls that didn't start in their parents' basement. I swear to God.
Hey, you ain't see Jimmy on here earlier. He'll be mad about that. Oh man.
I don't know if it's me or I just not too big fan of Indians.
Oh shit.
I can say that because I'm Cherokee. I can say that because I'm Cherokee. Yeah.
Hey, you know what's awesome?
Fact check me. I dare
don't know if you.
Falcon Grid is Cherokee. What?
I don't know if you heard what I said last week, but hey, I ain't gonna say it again. Don't worry, Jimmy. But yeah, I think everybody has their own stance on that. You know, yeah.
Well, what about this weather we've been having? It's been crazy, right?
Man,
The clouds and shit. Oh my God! And the other day, the sun came out.
No, you want to know what's crazy before we wrap up is this fucking listeria shit, man. Like they got ice cream, produce, fucking meats and cheese. You're like,
oh shit!
what the fuck? Like everything just had an outbreak all at once of this shit, and like it's some people are dying. It'll affect the elderly. It'll affect the babies and shit. But it really just a lot of people are mistaking it for the flu because it's fucking up their guts, getting the shits, getting the pukes. You know, fucking fevers, hot and cold flashes for a few days, and it's being misdiagnosed.
Hey. And speaking of that, before I know it's like 6, it's like on the hour right now, but we should remind everybody: eat local. Go to your local farm. Eat local honey. Fucking vitamin C, sweet potatoes, superfoods. Don't eat fast food. Get away from that shit. Eat healthy. Fucking be healthy. Don't be a statistic. Yeah. Come on now. Be healthy like us.
Hey,
right.
Well, I'm trying to get there because I'm still
Still
trying to
alive,
shake
baby.
Hey.
Oh, shakes for life. I love shakes.
Hey, so
let's talk about shakes next week.
Hey, we will.
Can we talk about shakes?
I'm
gonna bring a blender to your house.
I got a blender.
I'm bringing a blender.
Oh my
God, is it a Ninja?
Yeah.
Is it a Ninja?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of guy do you think I am, Tinkerbell?
Hey, you're a fucking laughter's good for the soul kind of man. I got you.
Exactly. Hey, next week is going to be one for the books. I'm Stacy Bonds.
Stacy Falkengren.
We are
Peace.
Two Tired Dads, aka
Tired Dads.
Casey and Stacy,
AKA
Stacy and Casey.
Stacy and Casey, Stacy and Casey. Peace.
Hey, have a great night.
Yeah.